Hey guys, welcome to Nerd Locker Podcast, your entertainment podcast for everything movies, television, video games, and more. My name's Adam.
We're recording.
Yeah.
Oh, Oliver. It's really sad sounding.
All right, so guys, today we are going over Invincible Season 2, Episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
It was called I'm Not Going Anywhere, and it had a lot of stuff happening in it. So a lot of predictions that I had in the past, we'll talk about it. But the first thing is we open up with Rex
He's going rogue.
He got out and he wanted to go and like prove to himself that he could do it. So he's fighting against this big like Vilgax looking son of a bitch.
Yeah.
And he's not doing very well. And Mark is currently with his girlfriend, and then he gets called away.
At Comic-Con.
At a Comic-Con. So they're at a Comic-Con, and Mark is acting exactly like I do at Comic-Con, running around and wanting to see everything and stuff and getting autographs. And we get to see and I'm backtracking a little bit, but we get to see the comic creator of Seance Dog, which is kind of like a play on Robert Kirkman, but also like they were talking about animation and how it works. And they were saying all the different tropes you see while doing them, which was super cool, how meta that felt. And then we also, so after that, he ends up leaving Amber and goes off to save Rex. And he does very successfully. And Rex says, like, come on, man, I need this to, like, win. And Rex ends up,
fucking him up.
So he has this, like, secret rocket that he didn't know in his new robot arm that just spiderwebs out and just bam, destroys this Vilgax. And he basically tells Mark, we'll cover for you, the Guardians will cover, you can go have a day with Amber. So Mark is trying to plan a day to like spend time with her. Meanwhile, while that's happening, Donald is having a lot of problems with like being a robot and wants to know what exactly is going on. So Cecil says, well, if you really want to know, here you go. Here's everything that you actually, with a password that you thought you knew, of all full access to see that Donald has died at least 39 times. And he is what he believes is 98% robot. And he's just dealing with that. And he was the reason why his memories were erased, because he didn't want that, because the trauma and the buildup wouldn't be enough to function and do what he needs to do. And he'll hesitate and when in a moment's notice that they cannot afford. And while this is happening, we also have Will and his boyfriend, who is the robot, dealing with the trauma of that. So Donald is able to go there and talk him off of a ledge, literally, that he wants to jump off of, and says like, hey, we're more than just our bodies. We're the choices we make and the people that are around us. And that has some healing there for that little
like without thing. Us, people would die. Yeah.
So all of this takes up the good like chunk of the first half. And then Mark wants to have his night with Amber. And that's when I stopped Oliver. I'm like, hey, how much time is left on this? Because I was like, 22 minutes. Okay. Because I knew exactly where this was going. So they go out on this date and they having a good time. And they fly around everywhere. Then they get to this restaurant. And Anissa shows up. And Anissa, guys, I told you. I spoiled it for you, what she does with Mark. And this is the first meeting. And she tells Mark that she does love humans, apparently.
Quote unquote.
Yeah, and saying that the Viltrumite rule will help them, which obviously does look like it would, but not under the circumstances.
I mean, it's still under the rule of like slavery, because you have to listen to a species.
Just help them. You don't have to rule them.
You have to rule them, right?
Yeah. So there is that point of contention between them, and Cecil's on the comms with Mark throughout this whole thing and says like, there's a kaiju thing over here. We got to stop it. So on a cruise ship. So like we got to go to it. So he tells her, if you really love humans, you'll let me do this. So she accompanies him to see how he would take care of it. He doesn't do very well. People are dying. And so Anissa decides just to fucking blast right through this kaiju and kill it. And then asks Mark, like, will you help us? He says no. So she's like, I got to teach you a lesson. So she beats the fucking shit out of him.
fucks him up.
She fucks him up worse than Nolan ever could have.
Like instantly, too.
Instantly. And she beats the fuck out of him. He refuses still, even though Cecil says, just tell her that you will so she'll leave you alone. And he doesn't. He goes through all this beating and then tells her, kill me or don't. If you need me, you won't kill me. If you don't need me, whatever. So she doesn't kill him because that's not what she was sent there to do. And she says, next person that comes, next Viltrumite won't be so forgiving. And she flies off. So Mark, dealing with that, comes back to Amber, who, when Anissa showed up, had Amber by the throat and said, I will rip her head off.
Yeah, that was scary.
Which really fucked up Amber a lot with trauma. So when he goes back to her, she's still reeling from that, and they realize very quickly that they cannot do this anymore because no matter what, she is going to be in danger.
Like threat.
Yeah, no matter what.
Threat. Yeah, in danger.
Yeah, threatened a lot. And so they end up breaking up. And just as Mark is dealing with all of that shit, he gets a call from someone. But before we get to that, I want to go back a little bit and talk about Immortal.
Yeah.
Takes a vacation because he wants to quit, and Cecil won't let him. And also at the same time, Rudy is trying to show Monster Girl how to use a robot version of herself so she doesn't have to go down. And he says the worst words you ever say to anyone is, let me fix you.
Yep, that's not.
You don't say that. I saw your cringe. You're like, oh, you don't do that, dude. Let me help you or something.
Yeah, help you. I literally thought the exact same thing.
I was like, you don't say that, man.
Rudy, what are you doing?
Dumb ass. And then also Ross Marquand, like, jumping back and forth between Rudy
the range
and
on this
Immortal.
man is unnatural.
It's
he is
awesome.
voicing Rudy and Immortal.
It's great.
And that is incredible.
Yep.
If I could meet this, I would. I want to hug him. So
I think he'll be at Comic-Con.
I think it's at Spookala.
Maybe.
I don't know, one of
both. Anyways, so after that, we end the episode with Mark getting a phone call from Angstrom Levy that has Oliver and his mom captive. And
who?
We also... Angstrom Levy.
No, who's captive?
Oliver and his mom. Oliver is Mark's brother. We know this. So he keeps forgetting until it gets mentioned. But he has them captive. And we also learned at one point in the episode that Oliver is growing up really quickly and learning stuff really quickly. We know this.
They say that multiple times.
They're saying it because I'm guaranteeing you next episode, he's going to be like 12-ish.
Okay.
That's when he's going to take on the Omni-Man Jr. moniker. I think that's how they're going to end this season with getting to that point. So we get that, and then we get another post-credit scene where Anissa goes back to the Viltrumite ship, and they are about to like rip into her about failing until something is approaching them, and it's Alan, the alien.
I love the do
Yep,
flying by the screen.
And then she comes out, Anissa, and goes to fight him, hits him like she did Mark, but it doesn't hurt him at all.
He's like, oh, weird.
And he hits her once and fucking knocks her. Not as bad as Pooh, but knocks her. And they end up fighting, and then he fakes getting knocked out just so he could be taken to the Viltrumite prison so he can get Nolan out of prison.
Yeah.
He's going to be his way out.
That's so cool.
So we're going to get a prison break.
That's pretty dope.
And we're
going
to
to
get
like that.
Nolan to go and help with this other Viltrumite leader that was helping Alan, as well as Mark, and we're going to start getting our team together to fight these Viltrumites. Ooh. Season 3 is going to be very fast paced, but 4, 5, and probably 6, a lot's going to happen. It's going to be a lot more action all of the time.
The fact that they pointed out like that little Comic-Con section, like like animation takes a long time. Do you think they're already working on 3
So
and 4?
we know they're working on 3. Steven Yen has already said they've already recorded for 3. I believe the recording's done. It's just the animations can take a while. I don't think we'll wait as long, but I don't think we'll get it in this year. I think we'll get season 3 at the beginning of next year, like we kind of did with this, or maybe the end of the year. We'll get the first part and then the next part in March, like we're doing now. I think that might be the thing going forward, but we won't get it any sooner than like those staple times.
Gotcha.
So they're trying to get ahead of themselves. They are gonna get renewed more and more. It's gonna be so much better. It's a great show. But
yeah, I'm excited.
Before we get into our predictions for the finale, here is a word from our sponsor. And thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. With BetterHelp, you could tap into a network of 30,000 licensed and experienced therapists who, can help you with a wide range of issues. And like when you start out, you answer a few questions, and any preferences you have for therapy, whether it be for a certain thing you want to try to get over, whether it be maybe too sporadic, anxiety, paranoia, whatever it is that you guys are going through, you can find the right therapist for you by just answering a couple of simple questions. And you can also talk to the therapist that fits mostly for you. If you find out you're not a fit with this therapist, or it's someone that you don't really want to talk to, or just maybe doesn't get you, you're able to change any time, any place, completely for free, which is, I think, in my case, a really cool thing. As well as you can get via text with your therapist, you can do video call, you can do just phone call. So like, it's whatever you really feel, and you could change it up every single week. If you want to like tell your therapist, hey, I don't think I have time to take a video call, can I just take a phone call on the drive back from work? Like, you can just talk to your therapist whenever you need to unwind and make those schedules for yourself. So it's really cool.
Exactly what Adam said. You can message your therapist at any time and schedule live sessions when it's convenient for you. If your therapist isn't right fit for any reason, you can switch it to a new therapist that is more accustomed to your liking for no additional charge. With BetterHelp, you can get the same professionalism and quality to expect in an in-office therapy session, but with a therapist who is custom picked for you. More scheduling flexibility and at a more affordable price. Get 10% off of your first month at betterhelp.com/nerdlocker. Again, that's 10% off betterhelp.com/nerdlocker, and we will have the link down below in the description.
Remember, guys, mental health is just as important as your physical health. Keep yourselves in check. This episode is sponsored by 7th Ink. Just so you guys know, we have these cool horror t-shirts, and what's nice... He's a seahorse. Mine is the Nevermore shirt. So there's a local artist here in the Florida area that we are good friends with, Matt. He has a company, 7th Ink, that he designs all of these, as well as he has other designs on there that are from his daughter, who goes to her college fund and stuff. Yeah, all those different like little cute ones. That's his daughter. God. Yeah, so she also helps out with that. He has a very massive collection of original art on different button-ups, t-shirts, hoodies. He has pins, coasters, patches, so many cool things. He also has a Patreon that you guys can subscribe to, or a club that is linked through Patreon that you guys can get exclusive things like this. Nevermore shirt is exclusive to Patreon, even says on the tag. And you guys can get limited edition colors of certain things. So if you guys know about Pokemon, there's a thing of like shiny variants. So you kind of get shiny variants of these, different t-shirts. So this one is an exclusive, but sometimes he has red to green for like certain Christmas ones, and Halloween ones have different inverse of colors. So you can find all of that on his website at 7think.com. And if you guys use our code ANGEL, ANGEL, at checkout, anytime you check out, you will get 10% off. That's 10% off every single time you check out. That's not a one-time code. That's an anytime code.
I thought we were just helping the guy out.
No, you guys can get 10% off anytime you see a new thing. It doesn't go for the subscription services, but it does go for any of your orders. Okay. So if you see that new shirt and you want to use our code, you type that in, you're going to get 10% off that new shirt that you've been wanting. So link down below, check him out. He's got some amazing stuff. New things are coming out, I know, for summer. So you guys can get some more summer stuff. He has tank tops and bathing suits, so look out for new designs.
Keep in mind, Matt's a local artist, so like we try and our best to support local artists. So please check him out if you haven't done so already. We'd really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Matt.
And we're back. So predictions for the finale. So I'm gonna try to go even though I spoiled a lot of stuff, I'm gonna say for a spoiler prediction, I think we're gonna see Oliver grow into his adolescence by the end of the episode. And non-spoiler one, something that just based on what we've seen so far, we're definitely getting that prison break next episode.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah,
that's gonna be dope.
So what do you think?
I just literally agreed.
Okay, well,
I've got nothing else.
This guy's got no original thoughts.
I don't.
Well, based on you don't know anything about the comics, so like anything else you can predict that as you've seen.
I do think that Eve and Mark are going to be a thing eventually. I think it's going to be pushed. I think everyone's been rooting for
episode?
That. I don't think it's going to be in this next episode.
We're predicting the finale, motherfucker.
Should you just let me predict stuff?
No, he's predicting season 3. I said predict the fucking finale.
I don't know that the Prison Break. I just said that, and then you're criticizing me.
Pick something different. Why
I
you
can't
gotta
pick it.
piggyback?
There's nothing left. Prison Break.
There's other things left.
There's nothing left.
You just pulled out the Adam Eve thing, so
yeah, for season 3.
What about something for tomorrow? I mean, next week.
Tomorrow.
Next week.
What do you mean tomorrow?
Next week.
You're stressing me out.
You're stressing me out.
I'm sweating.
Just come up with the original
nothing,
idea. Use the 2 brain cells, rub them together.
No, I'm gonna explode.
Do I need to dome them out of you like Winnie the Pooh?
Dude, Winnie the Pooh, man, I can't get over that movie.
Anyways,
I got nothing else, man. I got nothing else.
Okay.
What are your other
I just
shit?
said them.
What more?
You
said there's others, so you don't know.
I also think Adam and Eve. I think Adam.
That's season 3.
Adam Eve. No,
that's season 3.
It could happen next. I think it's gonna happen next episode.
No, it's not. You're lying.
We're gonna get some kind of indication of it.
Okay, maybe you're right.
We all know it's probably gonna be a very long episode.
What do you think? Like hour 20? Because this was 52.
Hour 10, I think.
Hour 10?
Yeah. Good hour, and then like a very long post-credit scene, or maybe even 2 post-credit scenes.
That would be 2 posts. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna predict 2 posts too.
Okay. What do you rate this episode?
Honestly, it was like, as much as it was like 52 minutes, I feel like not a whole lot happened.
No, but the stuff that did happen was intense.
Like, I feel like I was more like hyped about the previous episode with Rex.
Yeah.
Than this episode. It was a lot of like we had a lot of little tiny build-ups, little tiny fire starters, and then Nissa showed up, and we're like, oh fuck. And then we're like, oh, and then a build-up for the next episode.
Yeah.
But like, it was like, I hope next episode's gonna be fucking dope.
So what's your rating?
7.
7? I'd probably go with a 7 too. It also, like, yes, not a lot happened, but since I read the comics and I know how important this is, like, we're breezing through. We're gonna finish this compendium by the end of the next episode.
Is
so
it
like we're gonna
get 2 seasons?
Compendium at this point now seems about 2 seasons, about 50 issues each.
Oh wow, okay.
Like 25 issues per season. They're covering. So
how many compendiums are there?
3.
Oh shit. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else? Yeah. Oh, there's something I want to bring up.
Oh, what's up?
Marvel Rivals.
Oh yeah, that did get announced.
It just got announced. There's no release date for it, but if you are not familiar with it, welcome to Oliver's Gaming Corner, where we're talking about anything gaming related. Marvel Rivals is basically a 6v6 third-person shooter, basically like Overwatch, or if you're Overwatch, or I don't want to say Valorant, but it's kind of that sort of fast type of gameplay that everyone's kind of searching for. There is no release date, but there's a beta coming out so far in May. It looks super fun. The artwork is so cartoonish, but fucking awesome. It looks great. You can be Spider-Man, Iron Man. You can turn to Hulk. There's ults. There's passives. It looks great. I'm excited for it. I just need friends to fucking play it with.
Very true. Okay, hold on. Actually, real fast. Anything else gaming wise?
No. Go.
No. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly run off screen. Oliver, talk to them about Among Us and who got casted. In that movie.
Why did you do this?
Because I gotta go get you a gift.
Oh shit! Hold on? Wait, preoccupy that for a second.
So guys, Among Us got announced as an animated series, I believe, or series, and it cast some really great people in there. So Oliver's gonna go over that real fast. I'm gonna be back in 1 minute.
Okay. Apparently Adam has something. Oh, it's in the car. Dude, run, motherfucker, run. Don't run. Run quietly. Jesus, dude. He's stomping through my fucking house. All right, so the animated series for Among Us, the cast is ridiculous, and I don't understand how they're going to do this, but it's definitely going to be like a murder mystery, I hope. We got Randall Park. If you are not familiar with Randall Park, it's Asian Jim. You can't not hate Asian Jim. He's also in the Marvel movies. He does a fantastic job, and is in a couple of movies on Netflix as well, which I recommend. Also, he has a weird stash in this movie, so that's odd. Other characters, we got Yvette Nicole Brown as Orange. If you don't know Yvette Nicole Brown, don't worry, I don't either. I think she is in Drake and Josh, but she plays the Orange. Elijah Wood is playing Green. Ashley Johnson, also known as the person from The Last of Us, she is playing Purple. And that's all we have so far confirmed. And now that Adam's back, I can shut the fuck up. What do you have? What is
All right.
this?
So, guys, there is something that Oliver and I recently have been saying to each other for some reason. So we were out supposed to do a photo shoot in the garage, and my wife showed up and she was like pulling in her car, and I thought she was gonna like knock Oliver out of the way just like with her car and tap him. And I was just like love tap, and he was just like,
just tap it in.
Just tap it in.
Tap it in.
So then afterwards, my phone somehow like heard we were talking about Happy Gilmore, announced that Adam Sandler was coming out with Happy Gilmore 2,
right?
Which is really weird with Netflix. But anyways, afterwards, the next day, I go into a Target. I walk in the front set, and in the front they have like all these different things that are like random shit, like for $5 whatever, blah blah blah. So I got Oliver a hat that says,
I made this reference today. Just tap it in. Just little tap it tap. Little tap it tap. Just tap it in.
I don't know how it was there.
I'm gonna wear this to work tomorrow. Dude, that's crazy. What an obscure fucking reference. I can't believe what in Target?
Yeah.
Dude, that's nuts.
I was like, why is the world like I understand when your phone listens to you and tries to sell you something.
Is listening
but
to
Target heard me and said, wait a minute, we got you.
Hold my beer.
It's so
Dude,
sad.
it's so vocal.
But yeah.
Oh my god, I'm not used to having a hat. You didn't shit. Dude, this is crazy that you found this.
Yeah.
Just
tap a tap. But yeah.
Shit,
so
thanks, man.
other than that was another thing. Gilmore 2's coming out, guys. We're excited.
Yeah,
we'll see what happens there.
This is the premiere.
Other than that, where can they find you?
You can find me on the Sphere 21 on any social media platform except for TikTok. I'm Oliver Kahn VA.
And you can find me at AMR Photography. You can find this studio at Archangel Studios and this podcast at Nerd Locker Podcast, wherever you get your podcast. And just so you know, Adam Sandler, you're seeing this for some odd reason. Put us in Happy Gilmore too.
Yes, for some odd reason.
Make you just the caddy boy. The next.
Dude. Adam Sandler, if you're watching this, can I be Bob Barker?
Can we fight?
Out of you.
All right.
All right. Well, we're going to go tap it in, guys. So
bye, guys.
Have a good one. Just a little tap it tap. Little tap it tap. Little tap it tap. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing.